this stream. We did have to do some announcements. Again, this is Jay Roop. I am one of the organizers for Bells and Chimes Columbus. Super excited for you to be joining us tonight. I'm really excited. Our format's going to be a little bit different this season because we are going to be always having a game at least that we can be able to show you, which is what we are waiting on to do that. So I am going to be back to talk to you about what our format is going to be like this season and then also to see some great pinball. So hang tight. All right, we are back again with the meet number 1 of Bells and Chimes Columbus. Right now, we are waiting for a game to be played on either Medieval Madness or Black Knight, which is the game that everyone needs to play this week. So I'll talk a little bit about what our format is going to be this season. So this is the 3rd season of Bells and Chimes Columbus. It's the second season that we've had here at Level 1 Bar and Arcade. However, this is the 3rd season overall, so we are going to be doing things a little bit different. Still trying to figure out what's going to be our optimal format for the ladies that are here. And the ladies, again, I can't thank any of them enough for all of them being here. They are so gracious, they are so supportive, and they always have so much fun. So thank you so much for bearing with us where we're trying to figure out what's going to be the optimal format for us. So this season, some things that we're doing a little bit different is that we're actually going to be playing 5 games this season. So we usually do groups of 3 or 4, and it's usually depending on how you've been doing throughout the entire season. And the way that it works is that the person who is first on the game gets to choose the game. That way everybody has the opportunity to be able to choose a game that week. And then if it's a group of 3, usually the group decides on what game that they want to play, or if they can't decide on a game that they all want to play, which usually the women are pretty accommodating with that, then they can have one of the tournament directors decide a random game for them to play. So with the 5th game, we're going to shake things up a little bit, and everybody still has the opportunity to play a game that they would like to play that week, but we are requiring everyone to play at least the same game once. So every single group each week will play one game that is randomly selected at the beginning of the week in order to play that meet. So this week, our randomly selected game was Black Knight. So we are hoping to get some Black Knight action for you once our groups have decided. Didn't think things through there for a second, and the game on the score sheet is the last game that needs to be played. So it does seem to be, as the groups start to move forward, the last game they're all going to play is going to be Black Knight. So next week we might need to switch things up a little bit and maybe make the game the first, second, and third game on different score sheets. That way we can have some waterfall action going of the game being played frequently throughout the night. But a learning experience for us all. So thank you for bearing with us. But like I said, tonight we're going to be hoping to see some great Black Knight action. And then also you can see right now that the cameras are on Medieval Madness. So hopefully somebody tonight also does choose Medieval Madness as one of the games that we can stream for you too. So again, looking to get some great Black Knight action, looking to get some great Medieval Madness action. There's lots of really awesome women players that are here, so I'm really excited to see how everybody plays. In addition to adding the 5th game this week, or this season, that everyone is required to play, we also did change up the way that our scoring works a little bit. So I know there's a lot of different formats for how leagues can be scored, and everybody has their own preference. And we've definitely toyed with a lot of different formats on what we like. So we decided to go a little bit simple this season because a lot of our women would like to know exactly how they do at the end of the night, and those formats that have calculating the bonus score and maybe the bonus game and who gets the bonus point for getting 2 times your score and beating another player out is a little bit difficult for everyone to really want to calculate. So we decided to keep it simple. And we are adopting the IFPA match play scoring. And so in groups of 4, the scoring is going to be 7, 5, 3, 1. And then in groups of 3, the scoring is going to be 7, 4, 1. So that way, at the end of each game, you can calculate what points you get. And then at the end of the night, we can total up all the points. And then you know exactly how you placed at the end of the night. So we decided to keep it really simple, kind of to adapt a little bit different of a format into our league. In addition, another feedback that we received is that there tended to be people who were playing the same people every single week. So in order to shake things up a little bit, we also decided that we are going to be playing random people every single week. So we're not going to do the random games like I know some leagues do. So we still want some decision making to happen, so to speak, by the players. However, we wanted to shake things up because all of our women are really good players, and I know all of them really like to know each other, or really know each other and really love playing with each other. But some of them don't get to play with some of the other players that often, so we decided to shake things up, and we are going to randomize every single week who is going to be playing who. So luckily, we have a great format, or a great system that's going to be doing that for us, so that we can be able to randomize who is going to be playing with who, and hopefully people will be able to get the opportunity to play with other players, the opportunity to learn from other players, because that's another real big thing that we do encourage in our games, is that we do encourage coaching. So we'll be able to coach each other, talk to each other, and learn about the tables, and overall improve as a player, because that is what our goal is here at Bells on Chimes, is we want to support not only a community where women feel comfortable playing, but we also want to improve women pinball. So hopefully we'll be able to get a game up here soon. Stay tuned, and again, hopefully we'll be able to show you some great pinball. All right, it does look like we do have a game that is going on Black Knight, so we are going to switch over to that real quick here so we can see the action that is going on Black Knight. So right now, Kit is up, and it does look like this is ball 3, so they have been playing for a little bit. And I wasn't tuned into the fact that there was a game that was going on Black Knight until I was playing next door on Theater of Magic. So I actually personally really like Black Knight. I think it's a very simple yet, it's a rough. That outlane though, I do have to say though, that outlane, if you catch it, can be very, very brutal. So it looks like player 2 is up. I'm not quite sure who player 2 is on this game. But we will see. They looks like they are in the middle of a mode, and that was one of the things I think was updated in a couple of codes ago, where your mode progress actually starts to carry over. So if you do start a mode in the middle of ball, it does carry over to the next one. So for those of you who are tuning in and are listening, I would love to know what your favorite mode is, because my favorite mode is Molten Fire. I know you guys can't see me. I'm a very much like I talk with my hands kind of person, so you can't see all of my actions that are going on while I'm playing, but this actually works out really well for me because I am playing next door on Theater of Magic, so I can see when somebody goes up to play, and I know that I am playing after Tish, so I know that I need to. Christy on camera right now, not really sure what's going on, but she's pointing out something. But Molten Fire, by far my favorite. I just really like the art that goes with it, and I love the shots that go with it that are on there too. So it is a great mode. It's a great game. I enjoy it. I'd love to know what everybody else thinks. So again, still waiting to see who is up on Black Knight. I believe it's Kim, actually, which, speaking of, congrats to Kim. There was the announcement that was made today, and yes, Kim is playing. There was the announcement that was made today that IFPA did start a women's advisory board for all women pinball, and Kim was actually selected to be one of the directors on the board. So we did a special congratulations, which is a little bit of reason why we took so long to start tonight, because we were not only saying congratulations to Kim, but we were also singing her happy birthday, because today is her birthday. So it does look like she did get the combo. The ball is stuck there for a second. And I believe, yep, I am up on. All right, so we will be right back. In the meantime, watch Kim kick some butt on Black Knight. All right, we are back, and it looks like Lisa is playing Black Knight on her third ball right now. She does have a little bit of work. Yep, she's doing good. She does have a little bit of work to do. Oh, that's a tough drain. And I believe this was ball 3, if I can recall right. And with the bonus, still a decent score. I know she was trying to get there when it comes to Black Knight. So it can be, again, it's a little difficult game. I think the callouts are very fitting on this game as I run into the mummy that's sitting behind me. At level 1, if you guys can't tell from the cameras right now, are completely all decked out in Halloween, which is great. Halloween is probably one of my favorite seasons, so I always get super excited for Halloween decorations. And they have a almost life-size mummy. I'm going to say probably life-size in like Egypt, because I know that everyone in Egypt was maybe a little bit shorter, at least from what I've read in history. So there is a little mummy that's behind me that I ran into as I was like leaning back on my microphone. So again, a decent game on Black Knight. I know it can be a little bit brutal, and as I was saying, the callouts are very fitting when it comes to that. So I can see my group is conferring right now as we start to finish out our game. But again, my name is Jay Roop. Thank you so much for joining us. You can follow me at JayRoop, JAY_RUPE on Instagram, or you can follow Bells and Chimes Columbus, which is basically Bells and Chimes CMH on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook to be up to date with all of the happenings that are going on with our league. This is meet number 1 of season number 3. So we are just getting started with the season for the rest of the year. I'm super excited to see what's to come. We're doing a little bit of a different format when it comes to everything, which I will talk about here in a little bit for those of you who are just joining us. But hopefully tonight we're going to see a lot of action on Black Knight, which I'm really excited about. It was the randomly chosen game that everybody is going to be playing, at least Black Knight. The other game that we have for you to view, hopefully somebody chooses it tonight as well, is going to be Medieval Madness 2, personally one of my favorite games of all time. So if you have a game out there that you really enjoy playing, I would love to know. I love all the, especially if it's a somewhat obscure game, because that's one of the things that I have, kind of like geocaching, where you're like, let's try and find a game. I'm all about trying to find those random games out there that are super rare, that are really fun to play. Usually I only get to play those whenever I'm at Pinburg. I know I have my 2 games that I really enjoy playing, which is Class of 1812 and then Cactus Canyon. Nobody make fun of me for liking Cactus Canyon. I really enjoy the callouts on that. So if you do have a game that you really enjoy playing, do that in the chat. Or if you just want to talk about Black Knight, I know I asked a little bit earlier what your favorite mode is on Black Knight. I would love to know what that is as well. Stay tuned again for some awesome pinball here at the Bells and Chimes Columbus meet number 1 at Level 1 Bar and Arcade in Columbus. All right, so we do have another game coming up on Black Knight, and this is my group. So it's going to be really fun to be jumping back and forth while I'm playing and streaming at the same time. I know I did talk to Tish, and I said, you know, if you're not playing, you want to come over and talk on the stream. And she started laughing, and I said, I think it'd be a really enjoyable conversation for us to have if we're waiting for our other 2 players to play, and then we have to jump back and forth between it. So between the 3 of us, or the 2 of us, there probably will always be at least one of us talking on here, which is really, really great. So Tish, right now, what she is doing is she is talking to Carrie and Christy, who are the other 2 women in her group, and really explaining the subtle nuances of the table and kind of what the overarching goals are. And that is one of the things that we do encourage here. So something that's a little bit different that we let all of our players know is that we do encourage coaching. So I know that some, depending on the leagues that you go to, may not like that, but we do encourage that because we do just want all of the women to become better pin bar players. And the way that we can do that is by learning. And the best way you can do that is by learning from each other. So Tish, I do have to let her know that Tish is one of the women who I have learned so much from. That and Megan Brown, for those of you who know her up in Cleveland. Between her and Megan Brown, I have learned so much about not only pinball, but also organizing pinball as well. So I can see Tish is doing exactly what she was explaining, and she does have a mode that is ready. So you can see that center ramp is flashing those lights to say, hey, come hit me, I want to start a mode for you. So starting that mode, but in the same time, right to the right of the shield is where we light our lock. So she has a lock lit right now, in addition to starting a mode, which is an ideal combination that you want to have. But even if you hit the light lock like she did, that's okay, because you're not starting a mode. It's actually more lucrative for you to have that multi-ball going while you have a mode going as well. So if I was Tish, probably what I would want to do is hit that light lock again. That way I can lock another ball in addition to starting a mode at the same time. So let's see if that's, ooh, and classic Tish getting a little bit of a danger. She is, like me, she plays with her hips, so I've heard in the past. I've heard somebody say that about me, is that I play with my hips. I dance around a lot. If you guys have seen me play before, I'm pretty sure that there's a video that Scott took of me a couple weeks ago at League, that is going around of me dancing while I'm playing. A little bit difficult for me to do that right now, and I'm going to give Tish a hot second to talk about the table before I am up, because I am actually going to be player 2 on this. So I'm going to try and send Tish over here to talk about this. If not, then I will definitely be back with me and Tish at the same time. All right, Tish, so I was telling everybody who was joining us today that this is actually our group that is playing on Black Knight right now. And that between the 2 of us, there's going to be at least one of us maybe talking tonight.
Okay, this is good. This is Carrie. She is a friend of Christy's. She is from south of Pittsburgh. And she seems like she might be a pretty good player. I showed her what I knew about Black Knight, which is basically making that little green arrow thing and then going in there.
Lighting your locks.
And lighting your locks and getting in there. She watched me play, so let's see if she can do it.
And that was one of the things that I was saying earlier, that we are a little bit different when it comes to our league, is that we really do encourage coaching. So we really do encourage doing a walkthrough maybe. Oh,
yay,
nice.
She locked a
Very
ball.
good.
Okay.
Very good. And that we do encourage coaching and doing walkthroughs before the game, so that even if you haven't played this game before, you still have an even playing field when it comes to the table because you have been given a little bit of walkthrough. But locking that one ball is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, and she got the whole idea of taking it from the right flipper, even though it seems like the left flipper would be the right one to do it.
Right. That's definitely one of the things that I tend to do on this table is backhand that light lock. Ooh, and getting that skill shot is nice.
Yes.
So question is, do you usually go for the super skill shot, or you tend to try and just go for the regular skill shot that's up
I
top?
tend to go for super skill shot. I don't really know what it exactly does for me, but
it gives you a lot of points.
I wonder too if it does like what Attack from Mars and Medieval does, where it gives you some kind of like progress on your mode or something or
Not
another.
that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure it just gives you a lot more points than just your regular skill shot, and I know that you're up right now.
Yeah,
so
I'm up.
I'll see you here in a second. But from what Tish was saying, again, I do not believe that the super skill shot gives you progress towards any of your modes. I think it's just worth a lot more points than any of your other, than just like the regular skill shot. So the way that she was talking about is exactly what she did right now. So she holds the left flipper down, and by doing that, it makes the flail, the center stand up, and the shield turn white. And when you hit one of those, that's going to give you your super skill shot. So Tish, locking ball number 2. Now I have my entire group coming over here watching the stream as well. I wonder if I can get it on one of the cameras or one of the TVs. You can see maybe if we can do that here in a second, if we can get one on the TVs around here. So Tish is right now trying to trap up that ball because, like she said, she's trying to hold it up on the left flipper to be able to light that, ooh, and to get a ball save going. To light that lock, because right now she has 2 balls locked. I don't see that she has a mode going. However, she does have the hurry up going on right now, which the only shot she has left is the flail in order to finish that hurry up. So let's see if she can get the, ooh, and that's a tough drain on her second ball. So still really set up for her ball number 3. Coming in there, having 2 balls locked, and then a mode that she's going to be able to start. So here, have this one.
Okay, that wasn't a wonderful ball, but I did get another ball locked. So here comes Jen. Let's see what she can do with this whole thing. All right. Okay, she got her mode started. All right, good. She got the little green tar. Oh, there she goes. All right. All right, here comes Carrie again. Let's see what she can do with it.
I got greedy.
You got greedy.
I got greedy.
Well, you did get the little green thing.
I did. But I wanted to get the lock. Tilting is trying. That's what I've been told. So let's see here. Ooh, she might have the ball save, ball save, ball save. Oh. So that's what I've seen so many memes out there that's like when the ball save turns off on a stern table and you drain the ball and then it gives it back. It's like that latent, like delayed reaction almost where you get the ball save back. So
that's nice. So where's the meme where it's still lit and you don't get it back?
It doesn't give it to you. That would be a good one. So if anybody's out there who knows what Tish is talking about, where the ball save is lit, but yet you don't get it back, that would be a fantastic meme out there.
Yeah, that's the opposite of that.
Would be
that
the
happy
opposite
meme.
Of that happy. It would be, I can just envision it being like 2 different ones where it's like, oh, you drain the ball, but the ball save is lit, and then it doesn't give it back to you as like a different face. So she's doing really well on this mode. So this is the mud bog mode, I'm pretty sure, which means that, you have to hit a shot to slice your, I don't remember what the name of, that would have been I forget what the name of that is, but.
So my goal here is to get that third ball locked. So
Okay, let's see if Tish can get ball number 3 locked. We're gonna all send Tish some good vibes out there, saying let's lock ball number 3. So she's going into this ball. She doesn't have a mode yet. You can see her mode shot is ready though. So she does have an ideal setup, but the only thing is she doesn't have her light locked, which means if it was me and I was going into this ball, I would probably want to try and trap up on my right flipper. Oh, and that's okay though. We can light our lock and then be able to lock the third ball and start a mode at the same time. And it looks like the mode that she's going to start, based on the color of the lights, is going to be the sandworm mode, which isn't a bad mode to have during multi-ball, but if she can do the steps right. So she does it right. She's got it locked. All we need to do is just either trap it up or slow it down a little bit. Ooh, and that is going to be rough. She had everything set up that she needed. Almost had it, though. Almost had it. So she had the light lock. She had the mode ready for her. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on this ball because I don't have any balls locked, and I have a mode that's going at the same time. So let's see what I can do.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what Jen can do with Black Knight. Yes. Okay, good shot. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, that little green target shot is tough when you need it. Okay, here comes Carrie. Let's see what she can do.
So I'm pretty sure Carrie has 2 balls that are locked right now. It's difficult to tell. I can't tell on this playfield. Can you tell on the playfield?
I can't tell at all.
Yeah.
I think the only way of telling would be is if she stood there with the left flipper.
And then cycling through the status report. Yeah.
All right,
Still
nice.
though, we got a mode started.
Know.
Yep.
Okay, now we'll know.
Well, no, we won't know because
no.
she didn't have the lock lit.
Okay,
so.
I see.
But now she does have Sandstorm going, which this is like a rotating mode. So you want to hit the yellow lights, and I know you can kind of see it. Ooh, I know that you can see it on there, and it does look like she has the War Hurry Up going at the same time, which is great.
So what she's got to take the what's that called?
The flail.
The flail. The flail. I think that is so funny because that's generally how I play, flailing.
Flailing?
Yeah.
I said earlier, I was like, Tish tends to move with her hips. And I was like, I've been told that I move with my hips as well. So let's see. Oh, nicely done.
Oh,
Still, though, that put her into first. Yeah. So that's
Look
great.
Look at her. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And Gary is Gary. Carrie is one of our guest players today, which is awesome. I think 20 million, I would be happy with. Well, I mean, my score was only 17, so I'd be happy with a score of 20 million. I think that's a great score.
Well, and I have to say that kind of shows that you don't necessarily need to know the entire rule set of the game, but if you've got something something on your target of what to do, it really helps.
It does.
And
it does.
She got all those balls, and all right. So here comes Christy. She's got.
Yep, she's got the War Hurry Up going on right now as well. And she has a light lock, which means she's got her first. It looks like based on the animation. Ooh, use that. That is when I would have used that Magna save. Yes, especially when it was teetering like that right in between the in and the out lanes. Yep, that Magna save is, oh, I just wanted to go over there and hit it for her.
Yeah, I wish somebody would come and hit it for me. That's tough. I think you should get a lot of extra points if you use the magnet.
Yeah, you should. There you go. So
and
Tim
works.
Sexton coding things out there. You put some extra points if you get your Magna save to actually catch. That's catch.
Right.
You know, you can use your Magna save and it drains out, but if there is some way that you can censor that you realize that you did trap the ball, you should get some bonus points from doing that.
Yeah,
you should.
Like a lot.
Absolutely.
Like a lot.
If we see that in the next code update, we're going to blame it completely on Tish and that they stole the idea from us.
That's right. There should be rewards for those really hard things, like
yes.
What do those buttons mean?
We're still waiting to figure out what the button means on Jurassic Park, so.
What does that button
It doesn't mean anything right now that I know.
Oh, okay.
If anybody, I know there was a code update that came out, I think today, so if the Jurassic Park button does mean something, I can tell you that every single one of us here playing is going to be very, very interested to know what it is. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point is we do have a next game that's coming up, but I know we have somebody who is playing on Medieval Madness right now. So I'm going to switch over to Medieval Madness, and it looks like Rita is up playing, and they are on ball 3 of Medieval Madness. So we will be back shortly. In the meantime, enjoy Holly, the whipped champion of 2019, play some Medieval Madness. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much again for bearing with us as we are playing some awesome pinball right now. Like I said, my name is Jay Roop, I am one of the organizers here at Bells and Chimes Columbus. This is meet number 1 of season number 3. I'm trying to think of like what season we're on. Season number 3. And we are going to be playing some awesome pinball. So like I said a little bit earlier, for those of you who are just joining us, we do have a little bit of a different format that we're doing this season, where we are having all of our players, or all of our groups, so to speak, play on the exact same game, at least one of the exact same games. And this week, the game that we are all playing is Black Knight, BK3. So we do have a group up on black right now. It looks like Rita just finished her ball, and Holly is going to be playing ball number 1 on this game. So again, I know I asked a little bit earlier if anybody has a favorite mode on Black Knight, and I know that I said mine was Molten Fire. I'm still interested to hear what mode is your favorite on this, if you prefer to it, or if there's a way to pick the mode. I know that by hitting the spinner, I think it does change the mode that gets selected, but I don't know if there's a way that you really can't. That was a good save. And into lighting your lock. And right now, again, Tish and I talked a little bit earlier about the ideal setup that you would like to have, and that would be having a mode lit as well as a light locked, or a lock lit at the same time. So Holly is in a mode right now, and looks like she is going for that mode, which can be pretty lucrative. Almost one away from, and that's a tough drain. 1 away from spelling night on the table, which I know that is another mode that you can get to. Is right in the center. You can see that nice little wheel that's there, but at the top you've got letters that spell the word night. Hi, Miss Rita. Oh no, it's fine. Everybody can still see it. I think it's up to. No, everybody can still see it fine. I didn't get to see you. Rita's talking to me right now, who was just playing before Holly. I didn't get to see. Did you move the table? Huh? If you move the table, I'm proud of you.
No, I just flipped it off.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't see that, Rita. Oh yes, so like I was saying, in the center there you can spell the word night. And the way that you can achieve night letters is by making progress in your modes, as well as getting it randomly on the mystery, and then doing your hurry-ups as well. So once you spell night, you can have the special, I think it's called a mini wizard mode light that lit, which means you have to hit the left orbit, which is the spinner into the scoop. And that goes into the retro mode, is what another name that I've heard it called. Where you get to play a 2-ball multi-ball. I've gotten it a whole 1 time, because it is a little bit difficult, because it does require you to really play through your modes. So I'm going to bring Tish over here to talk some more to you about Black Knight. This one right here. This one. I have this one.
All right, hey y'all, this is Teresa again. Alrighty, here comes Rita. And I'd say it's anybody's game at this point. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. That was out of control. Oh, look, ball saved. Oh, go for it. Come on. Nice.
What did you say?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here watching Rita. Rita had a really good. Oh my God, that was great! Did you see that? It came all the way up from the bottom.
I didn't see that.
And
it was a little Lazarus.
Yes, it was. Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that now. I missed it. I literally looked away for 2 seconds to turn up my microphone, and then I missed the most amazing play probably of the
That
night.
was the most amazing play so far. So far.
So far, this is very true. We've got a lot of great pinball that we're playing tonight. So, speaking of, Tish, I know that you and I are helping to organize a tournament at Chicago Expo this year. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, I'd love to. So we're doing something really special this year, which is a women's team tournament called Battle of the Bells. And it is open to any women's team, pretty much of any number of players. Whoever wants to show up, we want to play. Oh, danger.
Yep, and I believe that you are up, Tish, too. We can talk
Higher up. Okay,
yeah.
I'm up on Sinbad.
Yeah, we'll talk a little more about that in here in a second. So it's a tough drain for Rita. I always hate those right down the middle drains, but we can see Holly's letting the table set a little bit because I know that she moved it around. Oh no! And then now I'm up. Now I'm up on Sinbad. We are playing Sinbad. Unfortunately, we can't show that for you. But again, keep watching Holly play some great Black Knight right now.
All right. Looks like Holly's up on Black Knight. And they are on, looks like ball 1. Geez, they're on ball 1. And Holly is getting ready to start multi-ball. No, I think they're on ball 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's got multi-ball. She might be a while.
I want to come over and say hi.
Oh, you want to say hi too?
I want to say hi too.
Yay, Rita. So, guys, we got Rita over here now. And, Rita, you have a tournament coming up really soon, don't you?
I have a tournament coming up on November 9th here at Level 1. It's a charity tournament for people in need of Delaware County, their prescription voucher program. And it's going to be a 6-round qualifying with a ladder final. We'll also have a side tournament on whatever the newest Stern game is. And we're also going to have a side tournament on 5 of the arcade games.
And silent auction.
A lot of silent auction prizes that have been donated. We're hoping for a tap takeover from one of the local breweries. And we will also have lots of things donated from different people. So it should be a whole lot of fun.
So, Rita, I'm going to go quickly play my game on Sinbad. Why don't you tell everybody what the charity name is and give a little description of what they do?
I will be glad to do that. The tournament or the charity is People in Need of Delaware County. They have many functions. They do emergency heat. They do emergency food. They also do emergency prescription vouchers. So say you can't afford your heart meds one month, they'll give you a voucher to be able to get that. It's once in a rolling 12. And a lot of times they have to take their money from the general budget. So what we're doing is helping to make it a little easier. The money from this tournament will go directly to the pharmacy fund, voucher fund. It's a really good program. I had a coworker that none of us knew she could not afford her heart meds, and she actually had a heart attack while she was at work and coded, and she was dead by the time she got to Riverside. And I know that's a little graphic, but that had a deep impact on me. So the fact that we can do something to give back is kind of huge. This will be the 3rd annual tournament here at Level 1 for people in need. It's pins for pin. And we're also going to be having it streamed. Scott Vieth is going to be able to set it up so that there'll be online donations. And we're hoping to have somebody both from the Olentangy Rotary, because the Olentangy Rotary is sponsoring it, and somebody from People in Need come and be able to tell a little bit about what they do, why they do it. For me, it's very personal. First time we did this tournament was on my 55th birthday a couple years ago, and we're trying to do it on a different date so that we can get as many people here as possible. Kind of really excited about it. We want everybody to come in.
Pins for pins? Ooh, gosh, I'm talking
Yes,
really loud.
you're talking really loud.
I know.
We want
Sorry about
everybody
that.
to come in. It is going to be November 9th. We're going to start the tournament right around 12:30. They're hoping to open level 1 a little bit early so we can get sign-ups.
It's a tough drain for Wendy.
It's really easy to come and do, if you can't play, you can come and do something for the silent auction. Most of the people who won silent auction items last year didn't have a chance to play, but they were willing to donate for the silent auction.
And I think that was one of the things. I know I went last year, and I had so much fun. And I know you're about to be up.
I am.
You got to be ball 3, but I know I had so much fun because not only was there the tournament that's going on, so if you're a pinball enthusiast and you like playing pinball, you can come and play in the tournament, and that's one way to support. But the other way to support is by doing the silent auction, and the third way to support is for those of you who are watching us. If you can't come in, we're always going to have the link that you'll be able to donate via the stream as well.
I have to go play. I'm going to get off of here real quick.
No worries. Thank you, Rita. So we're going to see Rita, who's about to be up on Black Knight, and it looks like this is going to be ball number 3 on her game. So again, we have Rita, who is up on ball number 3 on Black Knight. Oh, and that is a tough drain. See, those are one of those things where, like, my reaction is not quick enough to be able to hit that Magna save. Yep. And Rita, always cheerful. Even though it may not have been the greatest ball, Rita always is just such a positive, like, exudes positive energy. And, like, so contagious, and you just want to be hanging out around her the whole time. I was just saying how much positive energy you have all the time, Rita. And we really appreciate that.
What do you appreciate?
Your positive energy. So talk to me about what was going on in your head your last ball.
What was going on in the head was trying to get it to stay in, and it did not want to stay in. But it was okay because, I tried.
So was there anything in particular that you were trying to aim for on the table?
I was really trying to get it locked, but it wasn't going to play. I think it did go up and around a couple times, and the other balls I was getting it in the scoop.
In the scoop on the left orbit, yeah.
Yeah, so I killed the hand, and it was like, and then it went out, and I'm like, no, I have more. I can get another 100,000.
I know. I want to keep playing.
I want to keep playing.
I know. That's always, anytime my ball drains, that's how I always feel. Like, I want to keep playing.
But for me, that's not a horrible score. I would have liked to have done more, but it's not a horrible score.
Now, how often do you usually play Black Knight?
Not often.
Not often. After playing tonight, do you think you might play more often? So how do you feel about this table?
It's a good table. I mean, it's got a lot of fun. I don't know. When I play, I'm usually either playing in league or tournaments, so it's like whatever draws. I'm not here doing a lot of extra.
So I know that I do see you and Tom here playing sometimes after league for fun and whatnot. So do you usually let him choose the tables that you play? Or
I do.
You do? You don't ever choose the tables?
I'd rather let him play. I'll play whatever.
Play whatever, okay.
I mean, my first choice is going to be Adams.
Munsters. It looks like Rita has been chosen to play on Munsters.
But I get to play what number on this one? Second?
She needs money from you, though.
It's in my purse in the little zippery thingy. I'll get it. I guess I have been requested.
You've been summoned.
I'll be back.
Been summoned. So let's see if it doesn't look like there's anything going on in Medieval Madness.
You know how I felt about Stearns? I'm starting to like them now.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Because I'm playing them better.
They're a lot of fun to play.
I think I ended up second on that one.
Which is great.
Compared to how The other one, yes.
Yep. Yep. All right, so it looks like we might be waiting for a game right now. So we're going to take a short little break while we wait for a game to play. So we will be back. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hand it over to Tish. Tish, you can see that it says it's a commentary break, but if you want to go ahead and talk, because we don't have a game that's going on right now.
So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to talk about, but let's talk about pinball here. When I last left, we were talking about Rita's charity tournament, and in November 17th, we are having another Flip Off Hunger. This will be probably the 5th year in a row, I think, that we've done this. And the Flip Off Hungers were started by someone out in Texas, and they started doing charity tournaments every November for food-based charities. So all across the nation, this was something that was sponsored by the IFPA. There have been Flip-Off Hungers, I think, since 2014. This year we're going to use a charity that is pretty much a grassroots charity. They are based in Canal Winchester, which is a little bit south of Columbus here, and they their purpose is to provide Thanksgiving meals in both the forms of non-perishable items and gift certificates for grocery stores. Now, where do we come into play? We come into play because we're going to play pinball, and all of the entry fees are going to go towards the charity, and also any food items that we can gather. So that's coming up on November 17th. It's Flip Off Hunger, Columbus 2019. We're going to have a youth division, a women's division, and a main. And hopefully we will have some of the same people playing in all three of them. The format is going to be a typical qualifying for from noon to 4. At the end of 4 hours, we're going to take the top 4 players from youth division, women's division, and main, run of 3 strikes, and then we're going to take the player of each division and see who wins. Oh, good. So we've got.
I'm really excited that. Ooh, I'm a little bit quiet. All right, can you hear me now? There we go. You can hear me a little bit better. All right, so we have Bree who's locked 2 balls. Anne has started a mode, which looks like to light her next lock is also a hit on her mode. What's the Hell Hand will do? I'm not a fan of that. The Hell Hand, I think, is my least favorite mode. I was asking everybody earlier what their favorite mode is. Tish, what's your favorite mode on this?
I have no idea. I haven't gotten far enough into this game past getting multi-ball started and just keeping the ball going.
And it does look like she has lit her lock, which means she has lock 3 lit, and all she needs to do is get it into that shield. Nicely done, just like that.
Just like
that. So now
that.
we're going to have our triple night multi-ball going with our Hell Hand mode at the same time, which can be buku points, and she's got the War Hurry Up at the same time as well. Talk about a triple threat right now. She's going to try and trap up and slow down a little bit. If I would lose that ball, I would have been okay with that, though. I'm okay with doing 2 on this, especially with the add-a-ball that you have available to you once you hit your shots. So, all right, perfect. So now we just need to hit that left orbit, that last blue light that's flashing, and that's going to start her add-a-ball.
Oh,
so she does
just
have,
like that.
Yep, flawless victory right there. She hits that, she can get an add-a-ball ready. And Tish, I think you're being summoned.
Okay.
Yep, and we have our add-a-ball ready on there. And just need to get in just like that. We get our add-a-ball, which restarts our ball saver. And she's going to be continuing this, especially when she's got the Hell Hand mode going at the same time with that center shot. So she just needs, just like that, hits it in the flail, which I was about to say, relights our lights. So now she has all those lights lit, as well as the Hell Hand mode too. So she is racking up them points right now. You can see her getting very into it, getting that single danger just from not even like trying. She's just hitting the machine just from so excitement. Oh, and that's a difficult trade, but gets that last shot right at the end for a decent amount of points. So putting up 48 million on ball number 1. I would be happy with that score overall. And the fact that that's only ball number 1 is killing it. So and I think it looks like the ball might be stuck right now. So I might need to go assess this real quick. I will be right back. All right, there's them until I found out this is the last game that we have going on Black Knight right now. All of the other groups have played it. So after this game, we are going to wrap things up with you, but we'll be able to see through to the end of Bree's amazing game because Bree is playing very well right now on Black Knight. So she gets that super skill shot. We are on ball number 2, I believe, of this. And is in the middle of our Lich Lord mode, which is very similar to, I think, the Mud Bog mode, where you need to hit the shot once, and then you hit it again, and it will complete that shot for you. So just like that, she has the Lich Lord ×2. It looks like finishes the mode, and is slowly making progress towards her next one. So, oh man, I would have dangered trying to save that too. I don't blame her. She's doing a good job playing that. I would be happy with a score of 79 million. So now player 3 we've got coming up is going to be Molly Johnson. Coming up here. Everybody knows in pinball all it takes is one ball, especially on Black Knight. I know I've come back with a score of like 1 million and put up 70, 80 million. Not trying to like toot my own horn, but it can be done is what I'm saying. And especially when you do a shot like that, just hitting it flawlessly to light your lock. Oh my goodness. Hitting flawlessly like she did to light your lock, and then just make progress towards getting your multi-ball. So now we have Amber coming up to ball number 3. Looks like we've got a mode that is ready. We need to light our lock on here. And she does, again, flawlessly hit that. Whether or not these women are doing it, I believe that they're doing it intentionally, knowing that they need to hit that. But we've got the idea. Oh, man. I was going to say, we had the ideal scenario right now. We had our light locks was lit, as well as a mode that was ready for them to be able to start that at the same time. So we got Bree is going to be coming up here for her ball number 3. Need one more hit to start or to light the mode light. So you can see they're flashing red right now. So each mode that you complete means there's one more shot more that you have to hit towards trying to start a mode. So right now we can see it's in red, which means she only needs one more just like that. So now she has it ready in a beautiful MagnaSave. That is how every time I feel like I'm hitting the MagnaSave is actually going to happen, but never happens that way. Hits that shot, that center shot. Nice little nudge right there. And we're going to go. And I just want to see her hit it beautifully into that, just like that, to be starting her next mode, lighting one lock. All right, I had enough time to play my ball, and then Bree, still playing. Looks like she has got the retro mode going on right now, which is amazing. I really hope that she knows. I'm going to let her know that this was being recorded. She can go back and watch this game because this is an awesome game of Black Knight right now. So again, retro mode going because she spelled Knight in the center of the circle, in the center of the table. And you make progress towards that each time you finish more and more shots on your modes. You get a Knight letter, as well as a few other ways that you can grab one, such as the mystery, and then hitting some more hurry-ups, hitting some of your hurry-ups as well. So by spelling Knight on the table, that lights that mini wizard mode, so to speak. Still, though, shakes her head as she walks away, but I still would be so happy about getting that score. Finishing out at 132 million on Black Knight, very respectable score. A very respectable score. So now we have Molly up playing her ball number 3. Ooh. And that's a difficult drain. Is she going to get it with the bonus? I don't think so. Nope. That's okay, though. So again, like I said, a little bit of a different format we were doing this season, where we do have a 5th game, essentially, that everybody's going to be playing. So all groups are going to be playing the same table at least once, and that this meet, so this week, everyone was playing Black Knight. So at this point, all of our groups have played Black Knight. I know it's a little bit early. We weren't on the stream for very long, but Bree having a great game. Looks like she's going to be taking a victory lap with that extra game that she won, or that replay that she got to. So at this point, we are going to go ahead. We are going to sign off. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching us. Our next meet is going to be October the 23rd, so in 2 weeks from today. Hopefully we'll be able to tune in again and be able to show you some other games. Who knows what the mystery game is going to be that week, too. You can't see me, like, mashing my fingers together, but who knows what that mystery game is going to be. But we are going to still be tuned in for some great women pinball. So at this point, like I said, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everybody who helps me out with the stream today. Alex for helping me set it up. Tish, Rita for helping me commentate today. All of you guys for tuning in. I greatly do appreciate it. Tune in on Monday for Silver Ball League. I know Scott's going to be back, who's 1,000 times better commentator than I am. Sometimes when it comes to talking to myself, even though I do it very often, when I'm at home, talking to myself on here may not be so much. So hopefully more of you guys will tune in next 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks from today, October 23rd, we'll be showing you meet number 2 of Bells and Chimes Season 3. So thanks again for tuning in. Everybody have a really great night.